Hey, good morning folks. Kicking things off here, January 5th of 2023. First project of the year, and there seems to be something with wall jobs in first project of the year. The first project we did last year was that big wall job up in Crescent. Remember that, DJ?
Yep.
The tear down and the rebuild. So that was the first wall project of 2022, and now we're doing a wall project. First project of 2023 is another wall project. And as you can see, it's gonna need some help. It's almost a shame to tear these down. I do admire the work of art that these are, but a tree grew in there and it's fallen over. And this is somebody's rental house. They just rent out this house. We're going to be taking this wall out, putting in a new wall 60 feet long, putting in new steps there. The primary challenge here is going to be space. We're in downtown Altoona and it is tight here. Small streets. There's gas line running here. There's sewer line somewhere. I think that's all. I don't think there's any electric coming in. But yeah, we have a porch here. We have our new wall here. We got our gas meters here. The main line runs out here. And so I assume there's a return up into here, but yeah, this tear out's gonna be a little tricky. Downspouts coming down here, and then the sewer comes down somewhere right here. So there's no better way to start off the year than repairing a sewer line. DJ and I seem to be the team for that anymore. If there's any sketchy sewer stuff involved, we get that job.
I got out of the last one though. I had a broken leg.
You know what, I'm gonna start dirt biking. It's just about worth breaking my leg to not dig in sewer. No, that's not true. Okay, there's, I don't even remember what kind of wall's going in. I guess I'll show you later. I looked on the papers and I can't remember. I know there's York steps going in. So, the plan today is to carefully disassemble this wall and load it on the back of Pete. And we did our PA1 call. I'm gonna give gift cards to the neighbors, but if we can pull out of here without irritating either neighbors or the township, it's going to be a small miracle. So we did what we could. All right, let's start getting it in my excavator, all freshly serviced and ready to go, and putting this junk on the back of Pete. DJ is just going to go through our job trailer and organize stuff and watch for gas lines.
What's the matter?
Wall 1. Excavator 0. That's the current score here. I can tell you the wall we're building here isn't going to be this strong. Broke out the latex this morning. Hopefully everyone's done using the sewer in the top half of Altoona, as we got a 6-inch sewer line down here. I don't know where everything comes from. It seems like there's at least 3 houses of sewer that run into this line. Then it drops down in here into what I assume is like the sewer main. Unfortunately, it's inevitable. Our wall is going to go on top of it. But it's old terracotta. There was roots all through it. I don't see how it was working. So now we're just going to grin and bear it. We're going to rip it out and put in new stuff. It comes up here, ties into a line here. There was an old clean out with a flat rock on top, you know, to keep the dirt from getting down into the sewer line. If you find a nice flat rock, that's good enough. And we got one going underneath that house, and then there's someone had replaced it with new Schedule 40 from there on. So before we build a new wall, we're going to fix this so that hopefully we don't have to tear out the wall to fix someone's sewer problems. Chilly Monday morning here in Altoona. We are back on this wall project. We got our sewer lines completed. I'm so happy that's done. That was such a nasty job, but that's all in. We managed to do all our excavation without hitting the gas line. As you can see here, we're finished with our excavation. We put down our geotextile fabric. It's a woven fabric to separate the stone and the subgrade. DJ packed in. For base, we're using 7 inches of number 67s, 2B clean stone right here. Wanted to show you guys how we end our walls. You can either curve them and take them back into the bank, or in this case we're doing a 90 and running a return back into the bank. When you're doing a retaining wall, anytime you have a big bank that you're not going the entire length of, you don't want to just stop your wall. You always want to run that return back into the bank, either with a curve or a 90 or something like that, because that'll tie it into the wall, into the bank. So that's how we do our retaining walls. This is a big wall block from Lampus. I don't know. It's a new product. I haven't built with it before, but they have nice clips for the excavator, so set these in with the excavator. Once we get our base in, it should build pretty quickly because this is a pretty big wall block.
And they're long.
Yeah, some of them are super long. They're varying lengths, but yeah, that's a really long one. Alrighty, let's finish our base out. Once we have our 2B clean stone in, we run our vibra plate over it. Plate compactor, just to make sure that we have 100% compaction on this clean stone. Let's build. Hey, beautiful morning here in Altoona. We put in our base, and then I'm sure you saw in the time lapse, we screeded out a setting bed just to make it sets a little easier on the base course. That's just an inch of number 9s. It's a washed 1/4 inch stone. We screeded that out, put in our base course, and then after that we just stack them up, trying to break the seams up so we don't get a wall, a vertical seam going. Other than that, it's really easy block to install, goes quickly. It's a lot faster than 6-inch block like the last wall that I built. This wall is designed to do, it sets back, every course sets back, what is it, like 4 inches?
No, 2.5.
2.5 inches. It has clips on the back that you set down and slide it front till it hits the clips, and then it sets back. But we couldn't do that because if we sat back, we obviously couldn't come front any farther because there's a road there. And if we sat back at 2.5 inches, we're underneath this porch and gas line. So we broke off the clips and we ended up building vertical. We glued every course with construction glue, which we typically don't have to do because they lock into each other. Putting on the last course here with our caps. These are finished on top, finished in the back as well. So that way our grade doesn't have to hold up perfect because it's finished on both sides. A little bit of grading on the back and this is done. This is actually a pretty fun project in that the before and after is quite dramatic, and we fixed their drain problems and their sewer problems, and yeah, it's gonna look a lot better than it did. All right, let's put these last caps on. So here's a tip for wall construction, or basically any hardscape, where behind the walls we have like 2 feet of clean stone and a corrugated 4-inch perf pipe to catch any moisture that would be behind the wall and run it outside. If you have downspouts like you often do behind the wall, it can be tempting to tie into your downspout and run it into your drain pipe because it's a drain pipe, right? But I don't recommend that because you don't want all the water that's being caught on your roof to be put behind your wall. run a separate line in solid pipe and take it outside of the wall and away from here, because you don't want that behind the wall. So there you go. Don't tie your downspouts into your wall drain. You don't want the water behind it, and you also don't want debris from the roof getting into that drain line and plugging it. Okay, there we go. I think that looks better than what was here. Let me know in the comments what you think. I think this wall goes well with what's here in the city. You see a lot of those old hand-built walls of natural stone like we tore out. And I think this matches that a little better than like a retaining wall block. I like this is a new product for me. I've never used it before and I like it. Color looks good, build's nice, and I think the final product looks really sweet. So we got a 60-foot wall and we have 5-foot Techo block York steps going up there, and the spring will be back in to do the seating and finish all the small details on it. If you like this project and would like Tussey to come to your place and do something like it, feel free to look at our website. We have a project planner there where you can put in what you're looking for, and it'll give you a price, and talk to one of our designers, and DJ and I will be happy to come out and build something. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.